Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. This is an all-new adventure with your favorite Jungle Book friends. Let's begin. Deep in the heart of the jungle, high up on a branch, sat a very pretty monkey. She was preening her fur and practicing her royal wave in front of a little pool of water. Her name was Masha, and she liked to think of herself as the queen of the jungle. One day, while she was having a snack, she heard some nearby giggles. "Who's laughing at me?" she demanded. The giggles got louder, so Masha peeked over the edge of the branch and saw a group of monkeys, including Mowgli, hanging upside down and making funny faces at her. "Oh, you think this is funny, do you?" she asked. Mowgli couldn't speak a word of honesty. He thought it was hilarious. He wiggled his toes at her and made a face like a monkey holding its breath underwater. He was trying to stifle a giggle. Masha did not appreciate this. "You'll pay for that, little Mowgli," she said, and with that she jumped down from her branch and disappeared into the trees. Mowgli felt a little bit scared, but mostly he felt very proud of himself. "That's one way to put it," said Bagheera, slinking through the trees. "But honestly, I don't think she's too bright." Mowgli looked back at the smirking cat. "What do you mean?" he asked. Bagheera explained, "She just captured a butterfly net full of butterflies and she's pretending to be a butterfly. Can you imagine? Honestly, if we didn't know any better, we'd think she was a real butterfly." When they arrived at the clearing, they saw a large cage in the center. Inside was a rock and a small sign that read, "Do not feed the monkey." "I think I'm gonna need some help with this one," said Baloo. Just then, the monkeys came swinging through the trees. They had brought coconuts and were beginning to crack them open with sticks. "Ew, good thinking," said Boot. "If we can get that cage open, we can make a run for it." But when they tried, the cage door would not budge. Suddenly, a coconut rolled out of the cage. Baloo sniffed it curiously. "Well, well, well," said a familiar voice. Out popped Masha, wearing a little crown. "So you want to join me in my butterfly net, little bear?" she asked sweetly. Baloo shook his head. No thanks," he said, and with that he ran off as fast as he could. Mowgli knew he had to do something quickly, so he climbed up the nearest tree and peeked over the top of the cage. "Hey guys," he called, "I have an idea, but I'll need your help." The monkeys gathered around. Mowgli explained his plan, and the monkeys loved it. So while Masha was busy tending to her butterflies, the monkeys began to pull on the vines growing on the cage. They pulled and pulled until the cage was almost to the ground. Then Mowgli yelled, "Now!" and the monkeys stopped. When Masha turned around, she saw the cage door hanging open. She marched over and tried to shut it, but it was too late. The animals had vanished. Masha threw her hands up in the air. "Oh, monkeys," she yelled, "why do I even bother?" With that, she climbed up a tree and disappeared into the leaves. Deep in the forest, the animals were celebrating their victory. "We did it, everyone," said Mowgli happily. "We're free." Suddenly, Baloo came bounding toward them. "Guess what?" he said excitedly. "I found some honey." It's near the old beehive. Wanna come see? The animals said goodbye to Baloo and followed him deep into the woods. When they arrived at the beehive, they were delighted to see a large pot of honey. They all sat in a circle and dipped their paws and fingers into the sweet treat. "This is the best day ever," said Mowgli. "And that's all for our story today. See you next time."